For my lesson plan, I decided to do a lesson or a few lessons on the legislative branch for my 12th grade honors political systems class. The standards that were covered included basically taking the court cases and analyzing how they impacted the Constitution and our American government and society. In the past, I just had students take these court cases and find their definitions in the textbook, which was pretty boring, so I decided to do a web quest to help make it a little bit better. The SDS standards that I covered included some of the higher order thinking skills that I wanted them to attain, which included analyzing, synthesizing, defining authentic problems to an investigation, using safe practices when using technology, so on and so forth. For the web quest, for differentiation purposes, I attached audio to the introduction on what they should already know and to the task page, which gives them the instructions of what they needed to do. They would download the worksheet and they would go through these 3 websites and 2 videos to answer basically in each court case what it was about, who was involved, and what the outcome was, and if it impacted the Constitution so much that they made an amendment to the Constitution. Some students' computers didn't work, so they would work with a partner and they would submit their names, both their names to the worksheet, and submit it to my Dropbox, which is on my e-class page, which is basically Desire to Learn, and they would submit it to the Dropbox here. That was task 1. Being that they were all in the computer lab at this time, they could work together to find the information, but they all had to submit their own worksheet if they had their own computer. For task 2, they were to make a visual of their favorite court case. Again, they could work in partners. If their computers did not work, really I let them work in partners, period. But they were to use any visual editing software such as Word, PowerPoint, GIMP, Photoshop, Prezi to take their favorite court case and explain its impact, what it was about, to their lives. This was basically a jigsaw version of basically letting all the students get the information of all the court cases in that way. A lot of the students did a Prezi, which is what you see here. Overall, it does a good job of giving the information, but my fault on the rubric that is attached to the web quest. This is their rubric: graphics, attractiveness, knowledge gain, content accuracy. The oral presentation portion where they were to present to the class was not explicitly stated of what I was wanting. I was really wanting more higher level thinking skills as far as analyzing its true impact on their lives. Overall, they did well, but looking back, I probably could make it a little more specific. The students had 2 days to do the visual, so what they did, they could use their Google Drive accounts to submit their work and work on it together for those 2 days. And again, all this was uploaded to the Dropbox. The second tool I used was Kahoot for a review that was over the court cases plus everything else that was learned. There were 25 questions. It can be graded as a quiz by having them put their names in the Kahoot. Students who don't have smartphones could get with a partner and put their initials so it could be graded if it was a quiz. This is also differentiated. For students who are colorblind, the answer choices are color-coded but also shape-coded, so triangle, diamond, square, and circle, so they can choose the answer as well. For the last tool I used was a reminder with the Kahoot review and the Quizlet review that I made, and this was sent out the day before the test. That is also located on my e-class page. You see the reminders here, and you can see the Kahoot and the Quizlet, and the Quizlet could be used for a review as well. So that was my lesson. That was really quick because there was a lot to cover. But I hope you got the gist of it, and feel free to use this in any way you see fit. Thank you.